Amici, signore e signori, buonasera. Dear friends, good evening. We are in the middle of the Italian month of science. As you can see, the exhibition of Italian genius is currently on display and will be on view until June 30th. Tonight we are here to commemorate Nobel laureate Renato Dulbecco. The Italian Culture Institute knows him very well. And tonight what is important is to create a motivation to look forward in the future. For this reason, we have invited illustrious researchers and authors who have known Dulbecco and therefore witnessed his activity. At the same time, they will update us on their projects. So we talk about the future.
What I'm going to do tonight is to give you a very short history of the life of Renato Dulbecco, whom I had the pleasure to know in one occasion when we visited with Farinello in San Diego a few years back. But then most importantly, what I want to concentrate is on discussing the issue of the brain drain in Italy. And Dulbecco was a person who eventually left Italy and came to the United States. But the question I'm posing is Renato Dulbecco part of the brain drain or Italian brain drain, or is an opportunity for Italy?
I mentioned before the simplicity, the simple way he was approaching science, people, everyone. And I have in my heart one of the most gratifying experience in my life as a scientist. One day I was presenting my work at the Salk Institute, and Dulbecco didn't come all the times to attend the seminars. At that time, I saw Dulbecco on the first row of the seats, and I was obviously nervous, especially because I had all the postdoc and students in my lab attending the same speech, so I was kind of nervous. But I made more or less, and at the end of the speech, I thought it would have been a good opportunity for me to ask Dulbecco to shake hands to the people in my lab. She was a little bit reluctant because sometimes, you know, these big names, they may just ignore you or just, you know. So I went over there and I say, I'm so glad to see you here and thank you for coming. Then there is one thing I would like. Do you mind to shake hands to the people in my lab? And I was just showing them, pointing at them. So I turn my head and I don't see Dulbecco anymore. He was already walking toward those people and was already shaking hands to them. That says enough about him. I think it's a very...
So I'd like to share with you what the legacy of Dulbecco is on cancer, and specifically his lasting impact on breast cancer, and tell you just a bit of what I have done and what my interest is. We've heard about Dulbecco's education and scientific accomplishments, and it's extraordinary to me that two fellow students in the laboratory would also get Nobel Prizes. That is an inconceivable accomplishment.
We'll explain to you some of the progress that's been made, and I have a good fortune to spend a little time with Dr. Dulbecco, so I'll comment briefly on him too. My co-authors are Sharif Moore and Edward Gorham. Dr. Dulbecco was an amiable colleague, and although he was a distinguished researcher in the sense of a laboratorian who had even the medium that we grow cancer cells in named after him, Dulbecco's modified Eagles medium, he had extremely broad interests in the prevention of cancer. And my contact with him came when he had turned his attention strongly to breast cancer in around 2000 and decided that he was interested in epidemiology and public health and wanted to get out there and do some cancer prevention. So
and it is now my real pleasure to call my boss, the Consul General of Italy, to the podium.
Thank you, Patricia. This has been such an amazing evening, and we have learned so much about science and so much about Renato Dulbecco, aspects of whom we didn't know before. I would like to thank, first of all the participants, all the speakers that have given us impressive presentation, Professor Garland, Professor Giuliano, Professor Puri, and Professor Campese. They really made us live through the life of Renato Dulbecco through his example, and this has been quite impressive. Not just for his scientific accomplishments, but also for his humanity, for his character. We have seen his generosity, we have seen his simplicity, we have seen really a man a tutto tondo, like we say in Italian, who is also, by the way, a fellow Calabrian and a fellow graduate of the University of Turin. Hey, what can you say? But I think that there is no better ending to this event, which is actually the coronation of the month of science, which will continue with one last event that the Institute will host at the beginning of June. I was saying there is no better ending tonight than let's say in commemorating the memory, in celebrating the memory of Nobel laureate. There is no better ending than giving an award to another scientist who will be an Italian in a short time, and who is Professor Armando Giuliano. And that's why the President of the Republic, Giorgio Napolitano, has decided to award him with one of the most coveted and important decorations that we have in Italy, and it's the Cavaliere dell'Ordine del Merito della Repubblica Italiana, which is a high distinction that is given to highly deserving individuals. In this case, it's not just for his professional achievements, but also for his attachment to our country, to Italy, for his contribution in strengthening the cooperation between the US and Italy, and for everything he has done and will still do to advance the cause of science in Italy and worldwide. So with that said, I would call Professor Armando Giuliano to the stage. So this you can wear at every solemn official circumstance that you will.
I lived my whole life when I was Italian, I didn't know it. So, thanks to my relationship with the Consul General and Elisabetta, I've learned that indeed I am Italian, and I will and my family will be getting our Italian citizenship and passports. So this honor and our soon becoming recognized citizens is unimaginable, and I'm very grateful.